Hello, this is an exciting time. Next weekend we'll be able to have Mass in our churches again. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the ways in which that will be different from what we knew before we shut down. So we've already started roping off pews, as you can see, so that we can maintain social distancing when we're at church. And so we've roped off every other pew. When we come to church, we'll have to wear masks. If somebody doesn't have a mask, we will have a supply of some. We won't have enough for everybody, but we will have supplies at each church of masks for those who forgot to bring them with them. But it will be really helpful if you remember to bring your own mask with you. And you have to wear it throughout Mass. So the entire time you wear the mask. When you come to communion, you slip the mask down, receive communion, and put the mask back up. There will be other differences, of course, some of which we experienced back on the weekend of March 14th and 15th, which was the last time that we had weekend Mass in church. And so you remember that then we did not offer communion from the cup. The most precious blood was not offered. And for the sign of peace, there was no contact. We turned and wished each other peace, but without shaking hands or otherwise touching each other. There will be additional changes when we come together next weekend. In order to minimize the number of surfaces that people touch and the number of things that then be cleaned, you'll find some of the furniture in the entranceways has been moved out. You will find that during Mass, we will not have the gifts of bread and wine brought forward to the altar. They will already be up there at the altar. There will not be altar servers. All of this is by instruction from the bishop, again, as ways of minimizing the number of people who are touching the holy vessels and to minimize the number of surfaces that everybody's touching. So it will be different, but we will be able to be together to see each other without doing a Zoom meeting, and we will be able to pray together and lift our voices in prayer together. You will notice when you come to Mass that all of the hymnals have been removed from the pews. Again, to minimize the number of objects that people are touching. And therefore, only the cantor will sing. We in the congregation, we will not be singing. The cantor alone will sing. There will be no choir. This is because there is evidence that when people sing, we put out even more droplets and expel them out into the air. And if any of us were infected with the virus, then we would be transmitting those droplets, that virus, out to other people. And this is particularly true when we're singing. So we are instructed that only one cantor is to be singing, and we will make sure that the cantor is back, distanced from the congregation. But for now, no choir and no congregational singing. All of this, of course, is as part of a process. If we can maintain our discipline and wear Mass in public keep social distancing, wash our hands frequently, take those steps to avoid contracting and transmitting the virus, and at the same time, as the experts are working, the researchers, to find a vaccine, we will someday be able to come together in a more normal way, in a more comfortable way. Someday we will be able to sing together again. But for now, we have to keep up our discipline because we've made such progress. We don't want to put it at risk. We don't want to end up relaxing so much that the virus begins to take off, that many people begin to get sick and to die, and that the hospitals and doctors and nurses are overwhelmed. So as we gradually begin to do more and more activities together, let us continue always to be careful. Thank you for your support, your financial support, your prayer support, your volunteer support during all of this. And going forward, we will continue to need your support, and I'm thinking especially of the volunteer support, because we need to clean and disinfect the church after each Mass. And so Deacon Bill is organizing a crew of volunteers at each church to help with all of that. We're going to have to do that for the foreseeable future, probably at least until there is a vaccine available. But together, we will make our way through this. And it is in our work and cooperation together that we experience God's presence, God's strength, God's love. So thank you for your patience, for your support, for your prayers. And let us, when we come together next week to celebrate Mass once again in church, let us rejoice and give thanks to God. Thank you, and I'll see you in church.